Let's talk about the history of Hoyt.
Yeah.
Can you go through that for us? Because I know it's one of the founding, like, original brands. It's been around so long.
Yeah.
Let's hear a little about the history, I guess.
Yeah, so Hoyt was founded in 1931 by Earl Hoyt Sr. and then Earl Hoyt Jr. So 2021 will be our 90-year anniversary. Wow. So it's pretty cool to work for a company with that kind of history and those kind of roots. And the cool thing about the Hoyts is they were always focused on high-performance archery equipment. I mean, their whole drive and their whole mission was to innovate and to create archery products that would allow the archer to be better and more accurate and more successful. And that's our focus today. I mean, it was really that focus on innovation and quality and engineering. And, I mean, things like synthetic strings and cables as an example, right? I mean, Hoyt innovated and developed synthetic strings and cables on a bow, which everyone uses today. Yeah. Just outside the walls here in this room that we're sitting in, there's patents of stabilizers. Earl Hoyt invented the stabilizer. So products that are used worldwide and still today, were really, created through the Hoyts and then obviously through our current engineering team today. So a real history of innovation and quality and technology. And also, Earl Hoyt, he really had a drive to build Olympic-style recurves as well and to win the Olympic Games. And so obviously we have a very strong hunting focus, but we also have a very strong side of the business that's target-related. And when you're trying to hit an X-ring at 70 meters, that intense focus on that type of accuracy transfers very well over to the hunting side. So we take great pride in that.
I was thinking, when you're talking about that, the first thoughts that come to my mind is when I was a kid and I was going through the bow shops. My brother used to take me to these local bow shops, and Hoyt was always like one of the big. If you had a Hoyt, you're the stuff, right? But I never realized Hoyt was into target archery at all, right? In that time of my life, I didn't really know what target archery was, to be honest, at that time. And growing up in the 90s, I realized that. I was like, okay, I really want a Hoyt for bow hunting. Bow hunting was everything, that's what I really wanted to do. Going into from that point till we started BowHunterPlanet back in 2009, I then realized like how big of a footprint Hoyt had in the target market. I didn't really realize that at first, and then I'm now looking back, I'm like, wow, I missed that whole thing, mentally. Sure. But wow, I mean, so what has that been like for you guys? Because I know you're kind of split there, right? You guys do an amazing job for bow hunters, no doubt about it, and you also do an amazing job for targets. So do you have two? Do you guys do it like? Do you have two separate teams that do this for engineering? Do you have one, or how do they factor their time? I guess.
No, that's a great question, and it's fun to work for a company where you have such a global footprint, right? I mean, just today I was on a call with someone in Tibet, right? and so it's all over the place. And one of the greatest moments that I experienced is when I went to the first Olympic Games, and I saw these Olympic athletes walking out onto the Olympic in the Olympic Stadium to shoot the archery event, and to see the Hoyt products built right here in Salt Lake City, Utah, being used on the Olympic stage was just amazing. Cool. And then to win the gold medal after gold medal and was just a really cool thing for me to experience as an employee of Hoyt. And so we do have engineering teams that specifically work on recurve products, but the engineering team that we have in place, I mean they do both. They do target and hunting, but it helps them significantly. Because when you're building the type of equipment that target archers need to use to hit the type of targets that they need to hit to be successful, that translates over so well to bow hunting. And so that intense focus that our engineering team has on accuracy, I mean, is a perfect transfer over to bow hunting. And every single one of our engineers are passionate target archers and very passionate bow hunters. And so it's a great combination when you're building the type of equipment that's required for that type of accuracy. It transfers very well.